Welcome to PIPS on Location. I'm Inspector Frank Maule of the Wilmington Fire Department. On this show, we're going to be showing you our swiftwater rescue team. These are the men and women of the Wilmington Fire Department that respond to different rescues in the water. First, we're going to be talking to Captain John Looney about the team. Next, we're going to be talking to Captain Gordon Davis about the tools that the team uses when they perform a rescue. And last, we're going to be showing you how they actually rescue somebody from a swollen creek or river. We want to welcome to the show today Captain John Looney. Captain Looney is in charge of our safety and training here on the Wilmington Fire Department. Captain, thank you for being on the show today.
Good morning, Frank.
We just want to ask you, what is the Swiftwater Rescue Team and what do they do?
Very good question. As everybody would know, we have 6 engine companies in the Wilmington Fire Department along with 2 ladders. Currently, 2 of our engines are assigned as a squad company. Squad company meaning they have trained individuals who are trained in vehicle rescue, high-angle rescue, confined space, and water rescue. Today, our water rescue team is out here with all their equipment, and what we're going to do is Squad 1 and Squad 3 on the C platoon today is going to be demonstrating our water rescue skills.
Okay. Now, what would you deem a water rescue? I mean, I know we got the Brandywine down here on the Brandywine and everything, but what else could be determined a water rescue?
Well, throughout the year, we come out to the Brandywine River on numerous occasions for, visitors out playing in the park, going to water, they're stranded out in the Brandywine. We've been out to, we have flooding. We can deploy our water rescue team to areas in the city that are prone to flooding when we have large storms.
Like an automobile in a
Absolutely.
Big, like I know Pennsylvania Avenue and Union Street gets
We're down by
flooded a lot.
Gander Hill Prison.
Okay.
Happens a lot. We'll deploy our team. We have equipment. We have what we call rapid deployment crafts, boats, rafts, that we can put guys in the water, in suits, put them in the boat, and to send them on down to the stranded person in the car.
Okay.
Or wherever it may be stranded in that water.
Now, are any of the firefighters on the team, are they certified divers or any of them divers?
We do have some rescue divers assigned to Squad 1, Squad 3. However, some of our guys are also swiftwater rescue technicians.
Okay.
That they've gone out on their own and gotten the training to become swiftwater rescue technicians.
So that's more of advanced training then?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Captain Looney, and we appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you, Frank.
We want to welcome to the show Captain Gordon Davis. Captain Davis is on Squad 1 on the C platoon. He's in charge of this vehicle behind us right now. Captain, thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
If you could you describe to us what you have behind us? I know this is some of the tools of the trades you use when you're doing a swiftwater rescue, meaning here on land and or in the water. So if we could come back here and just talk a little bit about what we have set up out back here.
Sure thing. All right, the first part of our operation is the personal protective equipment of our personnel. We have firefighter Ficus here who's dressed into what we would normally wear in a water rescue response if we were going to enter a water, whether it be from a body of water or street flooding. Firefighter Ficus, his ensemble includes a suit that he's wearing, which is the red suit that you see here from head to toe. His protective footwear, in case there's any sharp objects, he doesn't step on anything and damage the suit. He has a PFD on that has a few accessories for his personal safety, and then a helmet. So if for some reason the water's moving with current and it's to knock him off his feet, if he does start to move around in the water, that'll protect his head a little bit.
Especially out in the Brandywine here where there's a lot of rocks and things like that. So
absolutely. So this will be the base of our operation, is having the firefighters dressed and prepared to enter the hazardous environment, which in this case is the water.
Gotcha. Now, where are these bags you have behind you?
Okay, this is what our personal protective equipment is carried in. We keep each set together in a bag, so everything that firefighter Ficus is wearing is kept together. So each firefighter can grab a bag, they can assemble their suit individually, put everything on, and then get one of the other members to check them and make sure everything looks good.
So the bags are detailed to the size and weight of that person that's on the unit that day.
Each one has a different size suit, different size shoe, set up for approximately someone of that size.
Okay, great. Now moving over here, we have behind firefighter Ficus. Jerry, if you could you step out of the way, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Behind him, what do we have here?
Okay, our water rescue operation, again, whether it be a fixed body of water like the Brandywine River or a street flooding incident, is going to include two parts of the operation. We have one part which includes the firefighters that are going to support the operation from the land, and one part that's going to take care of the operation from the water. So behind us here we have what we call a inflatable boat or rapid deployment craft.
Okay.
And basically what it is it's a boat that we can store on the apparatus, that we can fill with air, that has everything equipment-wise that we need with it, so we can fill it and deploy it into the water and attach some lines for our shore-based operation.
Right, because up here you're not going to be able to get a motorized boat in here compared to down when you're lower down the lower part of the Brandywine.
Yep, and it's a simple yet at the same time somewhat technical of an operation that again has to be supported from the land and at the same time requires the crew from the water that would be dressed in the personal protective equipment that firefighter Fickus is wearing that would actually wear that and ride inside the boat.
Okay.
And then again our shore-based personnel would dress accordingly based on how close they're getting to the water.
All right, that's awesome. All right, now could you explain what we have here?
Okay, what we have here is what we call a Rescue Max line gun, okay? And what this is designed is basically, this is designed to throw an air projectile that we can fill from our apparatus, that we keep filled and ready to go on the apparatus all the time, that we can shoot a line, okay, with the projectile that'll carry the line, in this case, if we wanted to span the Brandywine River or another body of water, that'll throw a line across several hundred feet at a time to be able to, for us to establish safety lines for our inflatable boat, for rescuers going out in PPE, or maybe even deploying a line directly to a victim that's in the water.
Now, when you talk about a line, you're talking about rope, correct?
Correct. That is correct.
So now, could you shoot multiple lines or ropes across the Brandywine also with this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the ability, in most of our line gun kits, we have the ability to firing at least 2 guns out of the box.
Oh, okay.
So we can pull the kit out, set it up, shoot a line. If we need to shoot a second line, we have that ability as well. And again, we have the ability of shooting a line with an inflatable device, personal device for a victim, directly to a victim if we choose to do so.
Okay. All right, and last but not least, what do we have here?
Okay, our shore-based operation has to be, again, supported by our firefighters dressed in the appropriate PPE. That's going to be to manage lines that would either be on a rescuer, like firefighter Fickus, to be on an inflatable vessel, like the one we have here behind us, or possibly directly to a victim. That's going to include ropes to span the body of water. It's also going to include ropes that we possibly could throw directly to the victim with a throw ring type device.
So you have a bag of rope, Captain Davis. What would you use this for?
All right, this is what we call a throw bag. These generally run in the 75 to 100 foot range, and it has a nice handle for us to grab a hold of. It's designed for us to be able to run alongside of a victim, okay, that may be moving or could be in a static location, and then actually to us to throw the bag to them. The weight of the bag makes it a little easier to throw. The handle makes it a little easier for us to hold on to. And again, this is part of our land-based operation. Before we would actually send rescuers to a victim, we would try to throw a line to them. Having a line on them in the beginning makes the whole operation go a lot smoother.
So once you throw them out to them, you can actually pull them in.
That's correct.
Oh, that's great.
Correct.
And what do you have here?
We have 2 other items here on the ground, one of which is a cinch collar. This is the type of device we would use on a victim. This has built-in flotation on it that'll help somebody float. We could throw it over a victim's head, under their arms, cinch it in tight, and actually pull them into shore with just this device, or the rescuer could do so, and/or we could do so out of the inflatable boat.
Okay.
Just another way of getting flotation on them, so if they are on a fixed object and they do go in the water, they're not going to go under the water. This will keep them afloat, and at the same time give us the ability of pulling them back to shore if we have that capability as well.
Okay, great.
All of our operations are supported by rope. We have a bag of rope here behind us. This is what we would attach to the smaller rope that we would shoot from the line gun. We would attach the larger rope to it. That gives us a better working rope to be able to maneuver the boat, maneuver personnel, or bring a victim back to shore.
Okay. So not only do you guys go ahead and practice doing these operations in the water, you got to practice your knots all the time too, don't you? A lot?
Absolutely. Yep. Knowledge of knots, knowledge of equipment, especially specialty equipment designed specifically for water rescue, is all part of our job in the squad companies.
Great. Well, thanks, Captain Davis, for being here today. We want to thank Firefighter Fickus for being our model behind us here, and we appreciate you being out today.
Okay, right now the Squad 1 and Squad 3 have donned all their wetsuits and all their protective equipment, their helmets, their vests, their boots to protect them while they're out here working in the river. And as you can see, we deployed the rapid deployment craft out. We've located our victim out there in the middle of the river. They're paddling out. They'll get out to the victim. Once they get out there, one of the firefighters out there will do a quick grab, bring the victim into the boat, and we'll come back into shore. As you can see, all the other firefighters, this is manpower intensive type operation. We have firefighters that are on the shore here, and we also have to be concerned with their safety. They have their life jackets on just in case they were to fall in. We also have a line tagged to the craft out there, so we're able to assist bringing the raft back in once they get the victim. As you can see now, 2 firefighters have leaned over the boat. They've got the victim, put him into the craft. Now the team out here on shore is going to pull the craft back in.
Now normally we'd have an ambulance and probably
Yes.
paramedics standing by just in case this person like had hypothermia. Even like a day today where it's hot out,
Absolutely.
the water's still going to drop the
Yes.
body temperature of that person in the water.
Absolutely. On the shore here, we would have EMS, BLS, ALS. Also, you got to keep in mind too, like I said earlier, this is manpower intensive. We would have another 2 companies at least down here assisting us. Because while this operation's going on, we want to put a team, or several firefighters downriver and upriver. Reason being, say something were to happen, we lose the victim, he starts going down the river, we have another group of firefighters downriver with throw bags that maybe they can throw a rope bag out so the victim can latch onto and we can pull them in. And also upriver, we have it in case there's any debris that's in the river and it's coming down towards our guys that are in the water. So we can alert them, hey, you know, be mindful, there's debris coming down the river, et cetera, you know.
Right.
But normally, we'd have another team across on the other side of the river doing the same thing, upriver, downriver, and we could also, if need be, we have the equipment to set up a tracking line, which we would use our air gun. I know that was discussed earlier by Captain Davis with the equipment that the squad carries. We could deploy a line across the river. We do what we call a tensionless hitch over on a tree or anchor point over there.
Okay.
And what we would do is once we get that tracking line established, we're able to set up a mechanical advantage on this side of the shore where all the rescuers are going in, and we can control the movement of the boat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Back and forth. Now, obviously, they would be paddling, but we can control that, especially in this conditions we have now. Water's moving nice and slow, but say the water was moving fast, whatever,
Right.
we can control that.
Now, at nighttime, you could actually also bring down a thermal imaging camera so you could see the person in the water, correct? When it's dark and it's nighttime, you can bring floodlights down here and light up the creek also,
Absolutely.
correct?
We would use all the tools that we have on the truck, being the thermal imaging cameras. Yes, we would be out here. We would first, before we even got in the water, you know, if we're down here looking for somebody that's possibly in the water, we would scan that area, you know, with our camera to see if we can pick something up. Absolutely.
All right, thanks again, Captain Looney, for
Thank you,
showing
Frank.
us what's going on today.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. But before we leave, we remind the audience, please, during violent rainstorms, don't try to drive your car through large puddles of water. You might become stranded, and we have to come out and rescue you. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on PIPS on Location.